This is a population of students that definitely needs investment.
The academics are very challenging for kids. They come to school with what some of us would call language deficit.
We have a lot of kids, unfortunately, who don't have fathers in their lives or, are dealing with extreme socioeconomic status issues as well as personal traumas.
It kind of affects me because, I don't want to be living in a city of violence.
The status quo is not good. For kids in poverty, it's terrible.
I myself have gone to food drives because my family can't afford food.
They are counting on us to take the necessary chances for their survival.
The Power2Change people got in touch with us. We'd worked with them before and said, could we take some kids to camp?
Their funding had actually been cut. They had usually had summer camps for these kids because they've had them all through the school year, and then they keep them in the summer when some of them on free lunch don't have food at home, and so they'll feed them a meal in the summer, and they don't have anything to do other than kind of sit on the couch or, maybe even worse, getting into trouble.
So there's a group called Design for Change, which is an international group with an American office.
And it was actually Will Spots who came up with the idea of, well, what about Design for Change? What if we did a project?
They go through a kind of a stripped down but a simplified version of the design thinking process. And so their 4 steps are the feel, imagine, do, and share.
It's really powerful because the first thing is about feeling. That's the gateway to thinking. That's the gateway to engagement.
We've been asked with Bright Futures to do more project-based learning and wrap social and emotional learning into it.
The idea would be to do a camp using the design thinking process and incorporating service.
How do we utilize our resources and co-create, collaborate, cultivate with community?
One project is with the We the People Growers Association.
In a community such as this that lacks a lot of resources and opportunities, and a lot of behaviors that are modeled aren't behaviors that emulate success, my goal is to build a world-class farm.
One solution to a problem that Melvin had involved watering. He spends a lot of his time watering, and so the students came up with this series of irrigation pipes that hook up to his hose, and so he hooks the hose up and it gets watered and he can go do something else.
My focus with We the People Growers Association is on adults returning home from incarceration. I've spent 13 years of my life incarcerated, so I know what that's like. I've got an opportunity to do now is build community by creating some jobs.
One of the other projects that the students working on is affiliated with Growing Hope. Growing Hope purchased this building, which is right next to their downtown farmers market location.
Well, we're excited to have these Power of Change young people from our Ypsi schools, our Ypsilanti community with us today to help us think about, dream about what else we can use this space for beyond Market Day.
The students came out here, they designed some blueprints and came up with all kinds of ideas on what the building could be.
You could see in their presentations just the enthusiasm that they had for presenting their ideas that they had worked really hard on and they were passionate about. And to say with confidence, we've identified problems with this organization and we've identified solutions, and this is what we did about it. It was a beautiful thing to see kids and community organizations and parents and teachers kind of all come together.
We look forward to more possibilities where our youth and our community can be the change makers.